feel free to click to agree with that. And who gonna start? Ernest, you're gonna start?
Yes, I'll just give a very brief intro. So guys, hello everyone, name's Ernest Kolek, I'm representing Digital Toucan. With me, there's Daniel Turchański, who will be telling us today how to search Jira like a pro. There's also Weronika Spaleniak, our product lead for OKRs for Jira, and one of our co-founders and product directors, Filip Rogaczewski. So we're very happy and honored that we can be here and that you're having us here. And without further ado, Daniel, the floor is yours. We will start with searching Jira like a boss as advertised.
Okay, let's get to it. So hello everyone, now officially. I'm Daniel and I'm a director at Digital Toucan. I'm mainly responsible for the JQL Search extensions, which is a Jira app that's available in the marketplace. Let me just. I just wanted to share my screen now with the presentation and my Jira instance, but I can't share it. Host disabled participant screen sharing.
I'm gonna provide you the organizer rights. Just a second.
All right, sure. So in today's session, I'm going to briefly talk about JQL, how the standard JQL can be used by you. What are the applications of JQL, and how powerful it is, and then I'll tell you more about more advanced use cases that you can apply our app to. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen now. Okay, I think you see my screen.
Yep, we can see.
Okay. All right, you can see my presentations, right? Yeah, so JQL Search Extensions is a #1 application for JQL in the cloud. It offers a reliable and focused Jira search, and it's also available in the data center. So let's have a step back and talk about JQL itself. I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar with JQL. But just to get everyone on the same page, I'm just going to briefly talk about it. Well, you can use JQL to, first of all, search through the issues. And by default, JQL offers searching by specifying some simple criteria, like you can say that you're looking for a particular project with and the issue needs to be of a particular type of priority. You can choose the issues that were created or updated after a date. You can filter by assignee. So basically, you can search your issues by simple field values. So that's one of the features of the native JQL. Another feature is that, or group of features, is that there are more advanced JQL functions that you can use for more advanced searches. And so those functions evaluate certain values. You're probably aware of the function that evaluates to the ID of the current user. But there are also functions for fetching the linked issues. And here I have an example of a native JQL query that you can use in Jira to find all the linked issues that are linked to this particular ticket STM4. Just make note that in here, you need to specify the exact issue key. And so it might be useful for one-off searches, I think. So just to briefly summarize the whole experience with JQL, the good thing about this is that the searches are quick and simple, and you can use the JQL everywhere in Jira. So you can save your JQL search as a Jira filter, and then you can use this filter to source the issues to your Kanban board, or you can use the same filter and source the issues to your dashboard gadgets, and you can produce some really nice looking reports that give you an overall view of the state of the work. Or you can use it in automation to choose the issues that you want to I don't know, do some bulk changes in them. And you can also use the filters in external Jira apps, because most of them support JQL in one form or another. But once your Jira instance grows and you have thousands of issues, and your company grows, you have more teams, and everyone interacts with each other, you realize that the search criteria and search keywords that are provided by Jira are not enough. So you quickly want to fine-tune your searches, just so that you don't get too many issues in your results, and that you get exactly the issues that you're looking for. You also realize very often that Jira text search capabilities are not that great. So basically in Jira, you can search by text phrases, but you can't search by text patterns. You can't use regular expressions, for example, and you can't do the wildcard searches, and you can't even do exact text searches reliably, because Jira is using the keyword tokenization, and very often you realize that the text that you were looking for is not the one that you're getting in the issue. So Jira returns more issues that you expect. And last but not least, the standard JQL functions don't support nested queries. So there are no subqueries in the JQL. So just to go back, so this function, this Jira function doesn't support a nested query. Each time you need to specify an issue key, and it's always a static issue key. You can't create a dynamic query with that. Okay. So as an answer to those problems, we created JQL Search extensions that offers more than 50 new JQL keywords and functions. We provide nested queries that you can save your queries as Jira filters. And it looks like we're doing something well, at least something, because recently we've become a top-selling Jira Cloud app, and we already have more than 1,500 clients. So if you want to use JQL Search extensions with its additional functions, once you install the app, you will see that you have an additional search screen available where you can write queries that use extended JQL. So for example, here I'm searching for all the first of all, I created a subquery that matches the project Smart Health and all the tasks from this project. And then I'm feeding this as a subquery to the function to get all the parents that this project is linking to. And you can see that I'm getting all the parents, all the epics in the results. And whenever there is a change in this project, whenever there is a new epic or there is a new parent-child relationship, this query will dynamically return different results, the results that are up to date. And what's important to know is that JQL search extensions, just like standard JQL, integrates with all those useful places in Jira, with dashboards, automation, Kanban boards, Scrum boards, and also with third-party apps. So once you get familiar with all that the app offers, it can become a Swiss Army knife of your search, because you can search by linked issues, subtasks, initiatives. So there's a good integration with advanced roadmaps if you're on a Jira Premium. You can search by attachment metadata. You can search by attachment content, by comments, versions, sprints, and more. And more features are coming because we're on a constant lookout for new use cases. We're active in the Atlassian community, and we listen to our clients. So if you happen to use JQL search extensions, or you want to try it and you think of any new ideas that you could that could be useful to you, just let me know. Cool. Now I'd like to show you some demos, because this is the end of the presentation itself, and it's the end of just talking. I want to show you some demos. So I prepared 3 demos. We'll see how much time we have to go through all of them. So in the first demo, I'd like to show you why searching with patterns is important. And in this case, I'll go to my Jira instance that has a bunch of different projects. And one of them is a business project. And there are a bunch of issues. In a real project, in a real project like that, you have thousands of issues. For simplicity and because it takes a lot of time, I only created a few. So the situation in this project is that it has quite a lot of components, and there are some software components, operations, and quite a few of business components. My goal here is to create a report of all the issues that affect all the business components. So the way you do it with standard Jira JQL is to create a filter. You create a filter. Let me find my filter. I've already created it. I don't want you to look at my slow typing. So the way you do it is that you create a JQL query, you filter by a project, and then you list all the components that you are interested in. So I listed the business HR, business marketing, and business sales project manually, and it's a static list. And then once I save this filter, it's already saved here. It's called business all native Jira filter. And then I can go to my dashboard and I can use this filter in my gadget. So here on the left, I created a two-dimensional gadget that is fed with the filter that I just created. And again, you can see a nice summary of the issues that are only related to the business components. So this is all good and nice, but what if, so first of all, what if I make a silly mistake and I just skip one of the business components like I did in here, because we have 4 business components and I only included 3 in my filter. And in another situation, what if you know, I want this board to be evergreen, it needs to be always up to date. And what if someone adds another business component and they don't tell me? I need to update my filter. I need to update my JQL query, and if I don't, you know, this report will be incorrect. So I'll show you now what's the better way of doing it in JQL Search extensions. So the way you do it is you go to Apps, JQL Search extensions, and here you have our search screen to type in the queries. And I've already created a filter that is good for our use case. So I'm filtering by the project, just like in the native JQL. But the second part of the queries is different. Here I'm doing a wildcard search on the component, and I'm matching on all the components that start with business. So this function, the wildcard match, will make sure that I match on all the components and that are currently available, that are present in my project, and also in the future. So if you create a new component, it will show up in the results, and eventually it will show up in my report, and it will produce correct reports always. So this was the first use case and the first demo that I wanted to show you. Let's go to another one. This is you need to use your imagination here because it's my own drawing. So in front of you there is a Jira board, and there is a bug hiding behind the board. So the project, the problem you often encounter is that with Kanban boards and boards in general, and dashboards as well, is that it's not that easy to surface the hidden dependencies, the relations that are between tickets and between the project. And while you work on your project and you're looking at your Kanban board, you don't really know whether any external tickets are blocking your work. So the goal for you is to bring the external blockers to your board, and just to make this situation explicit and visible to everyone in your team. And that's what we're gonna showcase here. I'm going to show you a board that displays the blockers of your work. So first of all, you need to create a Jira filter that finds the blockers. So I've already created a filter like that. And here I'm looking for all the tickets that are linked to my project, the BMDev project, the development project. And I'm only interested in links that are blocking my project. And I just make sure that I don't include the tickets from the project itself. So let's perform a search and see what kind of tickets are there. All right, so I can see that there's one ticket from the DES project and one legal ticket that is blocking my issue. Okay, so now it would be good to bring those results to my Kanban board, just make it visible to my team. Go. Hello?
Через 45 минут. Хорошо.
All right, I'm just going to continue. So I'm going to the development project, and what you see is a standard Scrum board, but the Scrum board doesn't show me any external blockers. So I have another board in the same project that includes the blockers. So this is the end result. I created a swim lane for external blockers, and they are explicitly visible, and they are visible to my team. And they can see them at the top of the board to keep them at the top of their mind. And they reside just next to the tickets that are in your sprints. Cool. One last demo from my side. It's a demo that it's a very frequent use case in larger companies. Those companies usually use Jira Premium with advanced roadmaps, or they use third-party road mapping applications. So there is often a case where initiatives, the executive initiatives and managerial initiatives, are scattered throughout various projects. And what users want to see, what executives want to see, is a dashboard with the report that shows the state of the issues in a subset of those initiatives. So I've got some initiatives that now I'm going to type. I'm going to find all the initiatives that are planned from this, that are planned for this quarter. Cool. So there is, looks like there is only one. I'm pretty sure there was one more. Let's see. Anyway, let's imagine that there are more than that. There is more than one. Let's see this query. So maybe the other ticket is not the initiative, but an epic. Anyway, I'm going to find all the tickets that are planned for this quota, and to just keep in mind that usually labels are assigned only to the main tickets like epics and initiatives. You don't want to assign labels to every single story, every single subtask, because it's just too much maintenance, and it's very easy, you know, to mark the main things, the parent issues as with a meaningful label. And this query is going to find all the children of the tickets that are labeled with Q1 2022. So all the epics within initiatives and all the stories and subtasks within the epics. So yeah, it's just, you know, a bunch of results that gain meaning once you feed the the results to your dashboard. And basically, you can create a pie chart like that shows you the state of your initiatives for the current quota graphically, and then there's an example of a split by an epic. So with a quick glance, you can immediately see what's happening. And what is more, with this approach, whenever someone creates a new initiative or a new ticket with a Q1 22 label, the result and the state of this work will be reflected in this dashboard automatically. So you don't need to go back and modify your JQL filter. It will be the care will be taken for you. Cool. That's all that I have prepared for today. Let's continue with another presentation, I guess, or maybe we could have a quick Q&A about JQL.
Guys, don't be shy. If you have any questions right now, just shoot them. Daniel is here to help.
Yeah, hi Daniel. I'm quite new to the Jira world, and I just wanted to know, is there a way of having the dashboard being subscribed to rather than people having to actually go in and physically see it? Because I know you can set up filters to subscribe to on email, but is there any visual subscriptions that we have instead of just rows of data?
Well, I'm not aware of it, to be honest, but I wouldn't be surprised if there is a way to do it, either natively or with some kind of, a bit of hackery. Yeah, but sorry, I won't be able to answer this question.
No, that's fine. That's okay. That's fine.
Yeah, I know my JQL parts of Jira. I've been using it for a few years, but I'm
because
I'm still learning
the
it.
search extension stuff is good, and using JQL to create filters is good. It's just, it would be handy to have that work sort of visually looking, as opposed to an SMT receiving 17 rows of data and then looking at it going, well, what's this?
Yeah, definitely. Well, dashboards are extremely popular among managers and executives, so I imagine it should be possible somehow. Yeah, you don't want to get a flat list of issues. No,
thank you. Cheers.
Thanks.
Any other questions, guys?
Okay, cool. I guess that's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Daniel.
Cheers.
Okay, so now we'll just move to the OKRs for Jira. I'll give you a short intro to them, and then Veronica will follow through with a presentation of the app per se. So just give me a second, please. Gonchik, can you please give me an access rights to present?
Yes.
Okay, it works now. Okay, can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, look guys, so today we'll be talking about OKRs for Jira, what they are, and how they can help you. So in a very short, in a big nutshell, what OKRs are, it's one of the methodologies. It's an agile methodology. It basically helps you to set main very big objectives and some key results which are below the objectives. The idea is, I'm written here, to give you something inspirational, something you can aspire to and work on. The OKRs can be even a little bit more than you can handle, but they are something which shows you the right direction where you should just basically go to. Key results, though, are a little bit more specific. These are the things which you know that if you do A, B, and C, some specific targets, which have specific numbers, you will be getting closer to the given objective. In this case, we even have a metaphor. So the road is just our way. The main objective, the objective will be the OKR. Key results are just these small stops, as you can see here, which we're just trying to achieve and accomplish in order to get to our main and biggest goal. And some of you might ask me now, okay, Ernest, but why should we even care about OKRs? Why it would make sense to even think about them? Well, one of the reasons is that they're agile, but another one is that it's just a current trend. So here we have some snapshot from the Google Trends. And as you can see, since 2018, the OKRs were growing. There was more and more interest in them. Currently, there is a peak of their popularity. Of course, we don't know where they will be heading, but if we look at the historical data, there is a more and more interest, which might be one of the reasons why it makes sense to look at them. Another one is when you ask yourself, okay, how these OKRs can help me and can basically help my company? Well, one of the reasons is that they help us to see the way of going together in the same direction. And what do I mean by that? Well, on a daily basis, we work in Jira. We have our various tasks, various things we work on, but we don't always necessarily see where we are going as a team. We just see our own separate personal goals. However, with the OKRs and the key results, we can see that whatever we're doing on a daily work contributes to the higher objectives. Thanks to that, it also increases the collaboration because we see what our colleagues are doing and we see how our work affects their work and the bigger objectives. Another thing is that it also helps with focus, because you all know the situations when we got a lot on the table, on the plates, and we didn't really know what we should focus on. Should we focus on the goal A or B, which KPI should be, and so on. With OKRs, it's a little bit simpler because at the moment of creation, we can add the weight of them. And for instance, if something has a weight of 1, which is relatively low, and something else has a weight of 5, we know that the one with the weight of 5 will be more important. It will be something we should focus on more, and something we should prioritize. There is also the thing that they can help you increase the motivation of you and your employees, because when you know what you're doing and where you're heading, it also gives you a sense of purpose, because you're not doing another repetitive task such as KPIs. You're actually focusing on some specific goals you can accomplish. And by the way, we can also set these OKRs either manually or automatically. So it's really up to you. If you prefer to do so manually, we can do so. If you just want all of it to be tracked within the system, we can just define some specific JQL queries. And all in all of it should help you to achieve better business results. Because, hey, this is what all of this is all about at the end of the day. And when we have all of these things checked and all of this information for our employees, it's usually easier for them to work and to feel more values out of their companies. And there should be also a question in your guys' mind. Okay, so how can you help us with implementing OKRs with the OKR from Jira app? Well, firstly, as I mentioned, we can help you connect daily work with the strategy. So you see the key results you're working on, you see the objectives you're working on, and you know that your day-to-day work helps you achieve them in the whole company. Secondly, you can have OKRs for everyone. So they don't have to be only the higher arching goals. It can be also some lower level goals, but contributing to the bigger OKRs. And then you can see how you, your team, and various levels of seniority in the company are helping with various tasks. As I mentioned before, you can also track the OKRs automatically. It's just one of the options. So it also helps you because you just don't have to do this manually. And last but not least, we as Digital Toucan, we actually help you guys with the rollout, onboarding, and setting with OKRs. So if you're interested in the methodology, but you have no idea how to start, don't worry, don't sweat, we can help you with that. And now off to the demo time. We'll show you how it actually works in the real life, how it works in Jira. And Veronica, the floor is yours.
Well, thank you, Ernest. Gonchik, I guess I will gonna need presenter rights.
Yeah, I'm on the way to do it. Veronica, your time.
Okay, thank you. Just a brief intro. I'm Veronica, and I'm product lead in OKR for Jira, the second best app we have in the digital token. Let me share my screen, and I'm gonna show you how easy it is to actually set the goals in our app. Where are we? Can you guys tell me if you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, perfect. All right. So what you see in here is the main view of the app. I hope you like Star Wars, because I prepared an example of how we could like abolish the empire together. This is a very high level plan, so it's just to show you how could we plan something with OKRs. You can set OKRs for different levels. So for example, if you would start to plan something for the next quarter, you'll probably start with the company goals. So that will be something that the management sets, and then the teams have the possibility to kind of align their goals to the company goal. So for example, it would have like the big company that their goal is to abolish the empire in the next quarter. Then we have 3 teams. So first one is a strategy team, and they say that, okay, so in order to abolish the empire, they are gonna organize a rebellion. Then we have the education team. So education team said, okay, from our side, in order to abolish the empire, we are gonna train new generation of Jedis. And the research team came up with the idea that basically to abolish the empire, like to help abolish the empire, they are gonna research the empire's plans. So that will be the objectives they have. And now it's a matter of setting the key results. So in order to, for example, organize the rebellion, the strategy team came up with the idea to find 5 people to lead the rebellion, gather squads of rebellions of these 5 planets, and gather 100 spaceships ready to help. So this is like the overall view when you can see all of your goals for the different teams, different levels, and you're able to track them. So let's say that you just started. If you just started, and it's like probably the first week of you having those goals, then, well, the things that you would do like regularly is to review your OKRs. So you could probably just go in here and see, oh, okay, so this is at 10% right now. So I'm gonna post an update and say, okay, like we are just starting, right? So it's probably on track. The status is on track. We are satisfied with progress so far. And we would go like from top to bottom, update everything. If you would have a lot of OKRs, you'd probably do it by team. So you would go in here and you would filter by, for example, education team. And the whole education team would review just their goals. And it's super easy because it's, it's just, they can just see their goals, so they don't have to focus on anything else. And what is also really handy in our app is that if you use filters very often, you can save them as a view. So in this case, we have education OKRs. And this will be something that you can like choose from at the top, whatever you wanna reuse those filters. So you could, for example, go to manage journals and then very easily go back to education OKRs, right? Okay, let's say that we want to see everything again. And we decided that we need another OKR. We just go in here and we add sub-objective. This is how we create OKRs in the app. For this purpose, I would just go with OKR. Every OKR we set is for a quarter. We allow you to select any time period you like. So we give you by default some quarters, some time frames. But if you like to decide that you're gonna have like 6-week OKR, it's still possible within the app. You need to decide on an owner of the objective. So this will be the person who is responsible for delivering the goals that coordinates the work related to the OKR. Let's go with me. The type will be probably a team, but it could be anything really. So if you, for example, if you work with like divisions or departments within your company, you could easily add it to the tool as well. You can add collaborators. So collaborators will be the people who help the owner to deliver the goal. We could choose maybe Ernest. Ernest is gonna help me. And we can assign teams to the goals. So in this case, we'll go with strategy. You can also add labels to your OKRs. So labels are really whatever you need to like to differentiate one OKR from another. It's usually used for things like themes or like strategy pillars or anything very specific for the companies. So we could go with, well, business values, why not? And we can create the objective. Okay, so let's go ahead and maybe add some key results to it. So the key results in our app, they have 2 different types. And this is actually where the magic kind of happens. Because with manual key results, you select the star value, desired value, a unit, and that's it. It's very simple. You don't have to just go like every once in a while and update the progress of the key results. And you can connect the issues to it as well, the Jira issues, but they won't impact your progress. They will be just there for reference. You can review them, see what's there, what's connected, what's the status, but they won't impact the progress. But if you'd like to automatically track the progress of your key results, then we allow you to create a JQL query based on which we will automatically connect all the issues that match the query right now and in the future because it's syncable. And based on that, the progress is automated. So if I wanted to, for example, go with issues from one project, let's go with plan. Okay, I have 2 issues in there. So right now, those issues would be, will kind of set the target for the KR completion. So right now, if they are to do, we would have 0. If one of them would be completed, it would be 50%. And if any time in the future, we will also add some issues to the project, they will be also automatically connected and the progress will be updated as well. So let's go ahead and add it. For the rest of the key results, we have the same fields as for the objective. So we have to have an owner, we can have collaborators, teams as well, labels if you want to add them. Let's go with outreach. And we have concept name wait. Ernest briefly mentioned it during the presentation. So it's something that kind of lets you differentiate between the like the impacts of the key result on the overall goal. So you can decide that it's going to be 1. So it's like, okay, it's like standard key results. But if, for example, it's something very important, then you can decide that it's going to be like 3. And then after you complete it, the progress of the objective will be like will increase more than if it would have a weight of 1. Okay, now we have the structure. Let's go back to the tree. And you can see the newly created OKRs in here. Each of the objectives and key results, apart from this view, they have their own detail page. So here you can track the progress on the progress chart. You can observe the status changes. And for the objective, you can also observe the activity of the key results. You can also see every like, contributing element to the objective in here with their basic data like progress and value. And then you'll be able to see issues connected if there were any. Let's go to the key result page now, and I'm gonna show you the issues. Okay, so in this case, you can see that it's like automated because it has this icon, right? We don't have any status updates, but actually we could maybe update it. We could say that it's at risk. Submit. And with every status update, you would get this this card right here. So it's easy to see the history of updates, of tracking based on, it's quite easy to basically track the progress with the whole history in one place. And here you can see all the connected issues. So right now, those are the issues that are connected. If you wanted to change the JQL, you just change it in here. You can also go to any Jira issue. I can also show you right now. And we add on the issue view, we add this OKR field. So if you open it, you'll be able to see all the links to the OKRs there are. Oh, here we can see that this issue is connected to 3 OKRs so far. And if you wanted to, we could connect it to like anything that it's right now set within the app. Let's go back to the tool. Okay, so I briefly showed you like how to use the main view and like what is it for, basically. So that's for observing the progress, updating, for team meetings as well. But we also have 2 other views. And this one, I think it's very interesting. Let's go maybe with management, or like maybe let's go with all of them actually. So this view allows you to see everything, like all of your OKRs in a tree form. That's maybe, oh, now we can see it. So this is a very nice way to kind of visualize the alignment between the teams and also the like people, because we emphasize the owner. So if you use the OKRs like from top to bottom, like bottom up as well, actually, but it visualizes how the people contribute to another people's goals and how it kind of all rolls up to the team level, then to company level. And you can also view it for teams. So for example, we could go with research, and you'll see a small tree in this case. It's really just a nice way of visualize how it looks like. at the moment I can tell you that people use it for the presentations and meetings, because it's just for some reason a better way to present their OKRs. We also have statistics. So this is a way to see how you're progressing by team. So this is from the research team right now. We can see that we are at 4% completion because we just started, right? We have one objective and 3 key results, and one of them is on track. We can see a list of successes that happened in the last 7 days. We would see here a list of everything that is off track or at risk. Actually, let me pull maybe strategy. Yes, here we have something. Okay, so we can see that this is a list of key results that are at risk. We'll list them for you so that you would know when you actually have to act on something. So here is, okay, everything is going well, but here you can see what's not going so well and where you have to prepare some kind of an action plan to mitigate those risks. And at the very bottom, you can see a chart with statuses over time. We are at the very beginning of the period, it doesn't really change. But if we would be somewhere in the end, it would show you how the proportions between different statuses changed over time. So you could see that, for example, you started with everything at green, and in the meantime you had some crisis, but like at the end of the period, you kind of managed to be green again. Okay, I think this is briefly it. I'm very curious about the queer questions because that's probably the best way to explore the app a bit there are a few things that I didn't mention, but yeah, I think it's best if we just go with the questions.
Guys, don't be shy. Any questions you might have? There are no stupid ones.
Yeah, definitely.
Hi, can you assign 2 teams to one problem or like one task so that 2 teams are working on it at the same time?
Yeah, definitely. You can add as many teams as you like to one OKR.
Okay, thank you.
Maybe on the same topic, I'm just going to add that the owner has to be the only person, but you can have as many collaborators and as many teams and as many labels as possible.
Ring, actually, I have one question here from my side. What do you like the most about OKRs for Jira?
Good question, Ernest. Well, I simply like the simplicity of the tool, because many companies, they start with Excel sheets when they start working with OKRs, and then they kind of notice that it's not so easy to handle all the spreadsheets within the company, and that it's not easy to track the progress, and it's very manual, and this is very like it's not attached to anything they are working on, so just another system somewhere. And with OKRs for Jira, it's not only like integrated with Jira and you can see the tasks that actually contribute to the strategy, but it also the complexity level of the tool is like just one level above the Excel, really. It's really easy to create the OKRs, to update them, to track them. There is nothing that's causing any real problem for the users so far.
Okay, thank you very much. So it seems like everybody can use it, even if you're not.
Yeah, exactly.
Trained in OKRs. Any last questions from the audience, guys? Okay, I'll just ask the last question in regards. Let's say I'm working with my manager and he wants to set me up some personal goals. Can we do so in the OKRs for Jira? I mean, if we want to have some goals nobody else can see.
You mean the personal ones?
Yes.
Well, you can set personal goals. It's basically just another type, right? So if we go to the settings, you can see that in types, we load the personal ones for you automatically. I have them hidden, but I can show them. So in this case, if I have them available, if I would create another OKR, I could just do personal, and it will be a personal goal. So I could just make my personal goal, and that will be it. And I could align it to anything really in the overall company structure. Did I answer your question, or was it like something more?
No, this is what I was wondering about. Sometimes people prefer to have their own goals, on top of the team goals or departmental goals.
Yeah, sure. And as I mentioned, I can align it to anything. So I can align it into, for example, this one. And then if we go back to the structure, you could see that it's underneath, right? So this one aligns to the team level one. And we can go as many levels as it's necessary.
Okay, any other questions?
Okay, I guess not.
Thank you, Veronica.
So, thank you so much.
Thank you for your presentation. And as I see, the timelines is done. And thank you. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Hope to see you in the future.
Yeah, thank you. I see that some of the guys still waiting.
Well, thank you very much for interesting presentations. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
Thank you. And the video I will upload to YouTube as raw data. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Bye. Have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.